will continue. So we are discussing first the questions part, like how the previous year's questions was there and what type of questions is going to come. So firstly, we will discuss the questions. So you all have to mark the right answers. So read the question carefully and then answer. Good afternoon, Mandi. Very good afternoon, Nagesh. Good afternoon, Ezo. Okay, so continuing with the first question so that everybody can join. Okay, so first question is on your screen. This is the simple type of question. So 2 to 3 questions will be there in the simple form. Which of these is not an objective of rural development? इनमें से कौन सा rural development का एक objective नहीं है? Which of these is not an objective of rural development? First, to improve wages for the urban population, to work on removing unemployment in rural areas, to enhance the living standards of rural people, to improve wages for the rural population. बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं लगाएंगे आंसर मार्क करने के लिए. Okay, Jasmeet Kaur is saying to improve the wages for the urban population is not an objective of rural development. Right. To improve the wages for the urban population, it is not an objective of rural development. Very good, everyone. Continuing with the next question. Next question on your screen. Which of the following are institutional sources of rural credit? Which of the following are institutional sources of rural credit? Regional rural banks, landlords, traders, or money lenders. So, आपको examination में भी in the examination also starting में 2 to 3 questions, and in between 1 to 2 questions are in simple questions that you can easily attempt. Which of the following are institutional sources? Right. RRBs are the institutional sources of the rural credit. May I know in which year RRB Act was passed? In the comment section, please anyone can reply. RRB Act कब पारित किया गया था? When was RRB Act passed? In which year RRB Act was passed? So in 1975, Prathama Gramin Bank was established in Moradabad, UP, but RRB Act was passed later on. Sharing ratio भी बताएंगे. Please mention the sharing ratio in the RRB's regional rural bank, that what ratio is shared by the central government, by the state government, and by the sponsor banks. Central government, state government, and sponsor bank, what is the sharing ratio? Okay, very good. So RRB Act was passed right in 1976. Act was passed in 1976. Initially, 1975, first RRB was established. What is the sharing ratio of central government, state government, and sponsor banks? Sharing ratio in the RRB's regional rural banks. कितनी परसेंट हिस्सेदारी इन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास है, कितना परसेंट स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास है, एंड कितना परसेंट स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स के पास है? 60:40. नो विपिन सर. शेयरिंग रेशियो बिटवीन सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एंड स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स. 50% सेंटर के पास है. ओके. 50:35:15. 50% सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास कितना परसेंट है? स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स के पास 30%. आर यू राइट? 30%. शेयरिंग रेशियो इन द आरआरबीज. स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स के पास 30% है. स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स के पास 15%. स्पॉन्सर बैंक्स के पास कितना है? 50% सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट के पास, देन स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पास 35%, एंड स्पॉन्सर बैंक इज हैविंग 15%. इज इट करेक्ट और नो? इज इट करेक्ट? यस और नो? जो मैंने लिखा है ऑन द स्क्रीन, इज इट करेक्ट? यस और नो? RRB sharing ratio 50:35:15, right? 50% with the central government, 35% with the sponsor banks, and 15% with the state government, right? So government of India holds 50%, state government hold how much? 15%, and sponsor bank hold 35%. Central government 50, state government 15, and sponsor bank ka sharing ratio is 35%. Very good. No, 30 limit is not there. Okay, next question. Which of these programs were initiated by the Government of India for rural development? Which of these programs were initiated by the Government of India for rural development? देखते जाना कितने सही हो रहे हैं आपके, कितने गलत हो रहे हैं. Which all these questions, कितने questions आपके right हैं? How many questions you are doing wrong? National Rural Livelihood Mission, Mahatma Gandhi National Employment Guarantee Act, Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. Which of these programs were initiated for the rural development? Anju, which of these programs are initiated by the India for rural development? Very good. Answer will be all. Very good. All of the above. NRLM also, Manrega also, and PMGSY also. Right. Very good. Next question. Alternative marketing channels help farmers dash their market and dash their price risk. Alternative marketing channels help farmers to what their market and what their price risk. This is the previous year's question of NABARD, right, in 2021. NABARD has asked this question. Alternative marketing channels help farmers what? Aram se. Okay. A is saying, Abhishek sir, to expand their market and expand their price risk? No. Expand their market is right. Okay. To expand their market and reduce their price risk. Very good. To expand their market and reduce their price risk. Continuing with the next question. Next question on your screen. Operation Flood is related to which of the following? This is the easiest question. Operation Flood is related to what? Milk, pulses, cereals, or none of the above. So 2 to 3 easy questions will be there in the examination also. So everyone can attempt and gain confidence that yes, they know something. Operation Flood is related to, come on. Very good, Suraj sir, Pawan, Dipali. Okay. So Operation Flood is related to milk production. Who is the father of milk production in India? Who is the father of Operation Flood? Who is the father of milk production in India? Very good. M.S. Swaminathan ji. Is it right, Vipin sir? M.S. Swaminathan ji, father of milk production. Next, which of the following is not true about self-help groups? इनमें से कौन सा statement सही नहीं है? Which of the following is not true about self-help groups? Varghese Kurian, right? Amul, Anand Milk Union Limited. Varghese Kurian ji is the father of White Revolution on milk production in India. Swaminathan ji is the father of Green Revolution, beta. Next, which of the following is not true about self-help groups? इनमें से SHG के लिए कौन सा statement सही नहीं है? Very good, Yogesh sir, Priyanka ma'am, Rahul sir. Which of the following statement is not true about self-help groups? 105 people are connected. At least 50 have to give this answer. Which of the following statement is not true? This is last to last year, means back 3 years question from the NABARD paper. Which of the following statement is not true? कौन सा statement true नहीं है? Dipali ma'am is saying A, Sahil is saying A, Akash is saying A, Shweta, Yogesh, Akansha, Vinoj, Mustaq, all are saying A. So right, the correct answer is A. This statement is incorrect. Why it is incorrect? They were introduced in which year? It is a small association of people. This statement is correct. They help poor people access the benefits of credit system. This statement is also correct. In which year it was introduced? Self help groups का concept किस year में introduced हुआ था? So first statement is incorrect. 1984 is right. Is it, Yogesh sir? 1984. Very good, Meher. 1992. Right. Very good, Raju. 1992. The concept of self help groups come in the year 1992. Very good. Next. Which of the following statement is not correct about the इंदिरा आवास योजना? इनमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट सही नहीं है? इसमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट सही नहीं है, मतलब कौन सा स्टेटमेंट गलत है? Which statement is incorrect? इंदिरा आवास योजना, that is IAY, launched in 1985-86. Now it became the part of Bharat Nirman program. A minimum of 60% fund is used for the construction of houses of SC/STs. Its financial burden is shared by the state in the ratio of 50:50. Means center government and state government 50:50 financial burden afford करती है. इसमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट गलत है, सही नहीं है? शायद कोई बता पाएगा जिसने थोड़ा ध्यान से पढ़ा होगा. Namrata is saying B. Second, Dipali is saying भारत निर्माण प्रोग्राम का हिस्सा बना, फिर प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना का हिस्सा बना. वेरी गुड वैभवी. राहुल सर, वेरी गुड राजू. Its financial burden is shared by the states in the ratio of 90:10. First, it was launched in 85-86. It became the part of Bharat Nirman program. 60% fund is used in the construction of houses of SC/ST. The financial burden, ये वाला statement जो है incorrect है. So answer will be this in the ratio of 90:10. Right, very good. What is Azolla? What is Azolla? ये question भी पूछा जा चुका है. This question has already been asked. A grass that grows in cold water, an organism that grows in cold water, an animal found in Siberia, a grass that grows in desert, or none of the above. Azolla क्या है? Kaman, Sahil sir, Dhaval, Niman, Pavan sir, Naren sir, Anju, Tejasri, Mandeep. Jeevan is saying A. Sushmita is saying B, means second one. Vaibhavi is saying A. Suraj saying A, Anju is saying 4, Akansha कह रही हैं. Sudipta is saying A, Rohit sir is saying A, Sahil is saying 2. Right. Azolla, it is a grass that grows in cold water. Very good. Azolla is a grass that grows in cold water. Very good. Next. The high yielding variety program was introduced in which financial year? The high yielding variety program was introduced in which 5-year plan? I have already shared the link from the MOSPI Ministry website, that is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation website, 5-year plans. In that also the high yielding variety program was there. So was introduced in which financial year? I have already told you that question from the 5 years plan is going to come from the MOSPI Ministry website 5-year plans chart. I have already shared in the Telegram group. So the high yielding variety program was introduced in which 5-year plan? After the planning holiday. So in the planning holiday, that is 66 to 69 duration, it has already been introduced. So then the 4th 5-year plan continued that, right? In the 4th 5-year plan. So the high yielding variety program was introduced in 4th 5-year plan. Very good, Naren sir. Right, Piyush Suraj sir, very good. In the 4th 5-year plan. In the 6th 5-year plan, NABARD was established. In the 5th 5-year plan, Garibi Hatao slogan was there. So main points are already there. You can check the MOSPI Ministry website. I have already shared the link in your Telegram group. Next. Recently, which state has been honored with the Best Agriculture State Award for 2024 by the 15th Agriculture Leader Awards Committee? So one news we have already discussed, that best state for the horticulture award goes to the Nagaland. So the next question is best agriculture state award by the Agriculture Leadership Awards Committee. This is recently in the news, in the August news only. So which state has been honored with the best agriculture state award? Abhishek sir is saying C, that is Madhya Pradesh. Sudipta is saying A. Pavan sir is saying C. Suraj sir is saying C. Mysterious Sonu is saying 1. Akash Pallu is saying Maharashtra. Very good. The correct answer is Maharashtra. And in the horticulture award goes to Nagaland, that we have discussed in the last class. Right. It was Maharashtra. Next. Which organization organization recently released a statistical report on the value of output from the agriculture and allied sectors 2011-12 to 2022-23. So recently one report is released by which organization that states the statistical report on value of output from agriculture and allied sector from 11-12 to 22-23. So which organization recently released this report? थोड़ा सा logic लगाओ, use some logic. By reading the name of the report, you can easily find out. Very good. By reading the name of the report, where be right. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम नाबार्ड का पेपर दे रहे हैं तो हर रिपोर्ट नाबार्ड ही निकालेगी, ऐसा नहीं होगा ना. ठीक है, राइट, ऐसा नहीं होगा. सो इट इज नेशनल स्टैटिस्टिकल ऑफिस, दैट इज एनएसओ. तो यहाँ पे लिखा हुआ है स्टैटिस्टिकल रिपोर्ट, तो थोड़ा सा लॉजिक भी यूज कर सकते थे. राइट, इज नेशनल स्टैटिस्टिक्स ऑफिस. So the NSO released recently the report of the statistical report on value of output from the agriculture and allied sectors. The key highlights is 18.2% share of gross value added in 22-23 include agriculture. इतना जो है agriculture का output रहा है. From the crops 54.3, livestock से forestry and fishing. From 11-12 to 22-23, crop share declined from 62.4 to 54.3, while livestock, forestry and fishing output increased significantly. Next, Indian Agriculture Research Institute has demanded legal action against which country for cultivating basmati varieties protected in India? सो 2 वेराइटीज ऑफ बासमती राइस जो है उनका दूसरे नाम मतलब नाम चेंज करके नेम चेंज करके जो है बासमती वेराइटीज को कल्टीवेट किया जाता है. दिस इज 1509 बासमती एंड द पूसा बासमती राइस. सो इंडियन एग्रीकल्चर रिसर्च इंस्टीट्यूट डिमांडेड लीगल एक्शन अगेंस्ट विच कंट्री फॉर कल्टीवेटिंग बासमती वेराइटीज प्रोटेक्टेड इन इंडिया बाय कल्टीवेटिंग देम विद डिफरेंट नेम्स. Webby, you can get connected with me through the Telegram also. So in the Telegram group, my name is there. You can ping me. Okay, very good, Webby. Rajat sir, very good. Akash, Rohit sir, Basanta, Webby, very good. So the answer is Pakistan. Right. Pakistan. Very good. Next question. Who is considered as the father of agriculture extension in India? Who is considered as the father of agriculture extension in India? M.S. Swaminathan, Hiralal Chaudhary, Varghese Kurian, J.P. Liggins. Who is considered as the father of agriculture extension in India? Mustaq, Drishti, Andrew, Jeevan. Who is considered as the father of agriculture extension in India? The NABARD, in the NABARD Telegram channel, you can ping me. My name is Chandni. Who is considered as the father of agriculture extension in India? Hiralal Chaudhary ji. Hiralal Chaudhary, agriculture extension in India. M.S. स्वामीनाथन जी तो नहीं है ना, डेफिनेटली नरेंद्र सर. हीरालाल चौधरी जी. सी, बी. Right, it is A. It is A, that the JP Lean. This is the static question. अब और कौन से स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन होते हैं एग्रीकल्चर? दिस इज टाइप ऑफ स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन, दे हैव ऑलरेडी बीन आस्क्ड. मतलब इसी टाइप के स्टैटिक क्वेश्चन. In what ratio is the expenditure of NREGA scheme shared between the center and the state government? In what ratio is the expenditure of NREGA scheme shared between the center and the state government? In what ratio expenditure of Narega, that is Manrega scheme, shared between the center and the state government? Third, 75 is to 25. Vishnu is saying A, 90 is to 10. Sudipta is saying A, Ajay sir is saying 3. Right. It is 75 is to 25. Right. It is 75 is to 25, the Narega scheme between the center and the state. Okay. Okay. So it is not 75 is to 25. It is 90 is to 10. Right. It is 90 is to 10. Right. Right. It is 90 is to 10. Okay. Sorry. So the National Rural Employment Guarantee Act, which is also known as the Mahatma Gandhi Employment Guarantee Act 2005, the NREGA was renamed as Manrega. It guarantees the right to work as an Indian labor law and social security measure. Uh, the then Prime Minister Manmohan Singh passed the act in 2005. The act was passed in 2005. The bill was published in 2005. The act was introduced by Ministry of Rural Development at that time, that is Raghuvansh Prasad Singh ji. The act was launched in 2006. The objective is to enhance security and livelihood in rural areas by providing at least 100 days of wage employment in financial year. Okay. So the act was first proposed in the year 1991. That is the economic crisis also there. PV Narasimha Rao ji. The expenditure was shared between the center and the state in the ratio of 90 is to 10. ऐसी है सब विपिन sir. Next, what is Kasturi cotton? What do you know about the Kasturi cotton? What is Kasturi cotton? It is India's premium cotton brand, genetically modified cotton variety, pest-resistant hybrid cotton seeds developed by Pusa, or antibacterial cotton variety. What is Kasturi cotton? जल्दी से बताओ, ये तो बन जाएगा. What is Kasturi cotton? Third, Kritika is saying third. Vasanta is saying A. Kritika is saying third. A, very good. It is India's premium cotton brand. Kasturi cotton, very good. It is India's premium cotton brand. Right, very good. Next, which of the following statements correctly define the term aquaponics? Which of the following statements correctly defines the term aquaponics? Cultivation of marine organisms, growing of plants in a soil-less environment, farming marine species in complete organic environment, cultivation of plant and aquatic animals complementing each other. What do you know by the term aquaponics? आराम से पढ़ लेना. Right, Nenin. Vaibhavi is saying B. Yogesh sir is saying B. Aquaponics. C. Abhishek is saying D. Sudipta is saying fourth, that is D. Soilless, no. Fourth, Dipali is saying, Praveen is saying fourth. Rishti is saying, Mandeep is saying D. No. The correct answer is very good. Those who have given the answer as the D or fourth option, very good. Cultivation of plants and aquatic animals complementing each other, that is aquaponics. So aquaponics is cooperation between plants and fish, and the term originates from the two words, that is aquaculture, the growing of fish in a closed environment, and hydroponics, the growing of plants in a soilless environment. तो वो hydroponics होता है, the growing of plants usually in a soil-less environment. So it is the cultivation of plant and aquatic animals in a recirculating environment. In this system, fishes eat the food and excrete waste, which is converted by beneficial bacteria to nutrients that the plants can use. So it is aquaponics, cultivation of plant and aquatic animals complementing each other. Very good. Next, consider the following statements regarding the hing, that is Asafoetida production in India. First, India is the largest producer of hing in the world. Second, it is one of the genetically modified crops produced in India. Which of the following statement is correct regarding the hing or the Asafoetida production in India? आराम से पढ़ना statement. India is the largest producer of hing. It is one of the genetically modified crops produced in India. Which of the following statements is or are correct? Vasanta is saying A, means पहला statement सही है, one only. One only, A. India is the largest producer of hing in the world. Is it correct? Jasmine, Nagesh, आराम से सोचो. Dhaval is saying fourth. Vasanta is saying D. Second option is wrong. Genetically modified crop का example दो इंडिया में. Example of GM crop in India? One only. India is not the largest producer of hing in the world, and it is not one of the genetically modified crop in India. So neither one nor two. Right, very good, Andrew. Neither one nor two. दोनों ही statements जो है वो क्या है? Wrong है. Very good. So hing Asafoetida is widely used spices in Indian cuisine, no doubt, but there is no production of hing in India. Currently, around 1,200 tons of raw hing, like 600 crores amounting, annually imported from Afghanistan, Iran, and Uzbekistan. Okay, and BT cotton is the GM crop, right? BT cotton is a GM crop that is allowed in India. So both the statements are incorrect. Right. Next, which of the following states produce GI tag basmati rice in India? Which of the following state produce GI tag basmati rice in India? One small PDF I will share regarding the GI tag, because GI में से question आएगा ही आएगा, geographical indicator में से. One question will be there. Which of the following state produce GI tag basmati rice in India? Punjab, Uttarakhand or Madhya Pradesh? Which of the following state produce GI tag basmati rice in India? उत्तराखंड. 1 and 2 कह रहे हैं. ऑप्शन बताओ कौन सा सही होगा. ऑल. मध्य प्रदेश में है क्या जीआई? पंजाब एंड उत्तराखंड ओनली. राइट. फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड स्टेटमेंट. मध्य प्रदेश में नो जीआई टैग बासमती राइस इज देयर. वेरी गुड. फर्स्ट एंड सेकंड ओनली. नेक्स्ट, arrange the following states in ascending order of rice production in India. One question will be there from ascending descending part. आपको सही ऑप्शन सिलेक्ट करना है. अरेंज द फॉलोइंग स्टेट्स इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ राइस प्रोडक्शन इन इंडिया. एलिमिनेट करोगे ऑप्शन. ट्राई टू एलिमिनेट द ऑप्शन फर्स्ट. विच अरेंज द फॉलोइंग स्टेट्स इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर ऑफ राइस प्रोडक्शन इन इंडिया. असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में छोटे से बड़ा, सबसे कम से सबसे ज्यादा. Which of the following states arrange the following in ascending order of rice production? आराम से एलिमिनेट करो ऑप्शन को पहले तो. सबसे ज्यादा कहां पे है राइस प्रोडक्शन? डी कह रहे हैं. डी कह रहे हैं सबसे ज्यादा राइस प्रोडक्शन कहां पे है, पहले उससे स्टार्ट करो. प्रिया मैम इज सेइंग थर्ड. अजय सर इज सेइंग थर्ड. देखो, वेस्ट बंगाल में सबसे ज्यादा है ना राइस प्रोडक्शन, तो या तो ये होगा या तो ये होगा. सब में ही फर्स्ट वाला ही है. सबसे कम कहाँ पे है राइस प्रोडक्शन? सबसे कम कहाँ पे है राइस प्रोडक्शन? दैट इज इन आंध्र प्रदेश. ठीक है, तो या तो ये वाला होगा या तो ये वाला होगा. अब इन दोनों में से आपको क्या करना है? चूज करना है. अब इन दोनों में से क्या करना है? चूज करना है. तो वेस्ट बंगाल में सबसे ज्यादा, फॉलोड बाय पंजाब में होगा कि उत्तर प्रदेश में होगा? तो सबसे ज्यादा फिर कहाँ पे है? सबसे ज्यादा कहाँ पे है फिर राइस प्रोडक्शन? फर्स्ट तो आ गया, सबसे कम आंध्र प्रदेश में, तो सेकंड भी हो गया, या तो 354 होगा या तो 345 होगा। ओके, सो द आंसर विल बी सी। ठीक है, तो ऐसे रहेंगे तो ऑप्शन को पहले क्या करना, एलिमिनेट करना। फर्स्ट ट्राई टू एलिमिनेट द ऑप्शंस सो दैट इट विल बी इजियर फॉर यू ऑल। नेक्स्ट, कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स रिगार्डिंग प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना। Which of the following statement is correct regarding the Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana? Consider the following statements regarding Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana. Show them how it's done. Show them how it's done. Show them how it's done. 50% of the total investment is marked for creation and upgradation of fisheries. The scheme plans to reduce post-harvest losses from the present high of 25 to about 10% by modernizing and strengthening the value chain. So, which of the following statement is correct regarding Pradhan Mantri Matsya Sampada Yojana? आराम से पढ़ लेना ऑप्शन. Try to read the option carefully first. C is saying, Rajat sir is saying C. Dhaval is saying first, 1 and 2. Okay. So first statement is wrong because this is correct that it will be implemented for a period of 5 years from 2021 to 24-25, but it is not in all coastal, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, in all states and union territories. तो सिर्फ coastal states में ऐसा नहीं है. Rest both the statements are correct. तो correct option is C, that is second and third. ठीक है. तो प्रधानमंत्री मत्स्य संपदा योजना इज द यूनियन मिनिस्टर ऑफ फिशरीज एंड एनिमल हस्बेंड्री scheme. The scheme will be implemented over a 5 years in all states and union territories. तो ऐसा नहीं कि सिर्फ coastal states में ही होगा, तो ऐसा कुछ नहीं था. ठीक है, तो वो एक टर्म जो है that was wrong. Next, the biofloc term technology often seen in news is related to which of the following? The biofloc technology often seen in news is related to which of the following? It is related to biofertilizers, aquaculture, biogas from solid waste, or renewable energy. It is related to which of the following? The biofloc technology. आराम से, the biofloc technology. ये तो बन जाएगा. This is easy question. Biofloc technology. Biogas from solid waste. Sushmita is saying second, that is aquaculture. Nidhi is saying third, that is biogas from solid waste, biofloc technology. Aquaculture, Meher is saying. Very good. The correct answer is aquaculture. So the biofloc technology is related to the aquaculture. So biofloc, it is a new technology that needs for the use of plankton in aquaculture. Okay, so aquaculture can be done indoors as well as since sunlight would be required for these plankton. So the technology reduces the use of water which earlier had to be changed on regular basis. Next question. Which of the following statements are correct regarding the APEDA? Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority, APEDA. Which of the following statement is correct regarding APEDA? It is a statutory body under the Ministry of Food Processing Industry. It is the authority for fixing standards and specification of certain products for the purpose of export. So which of the following statement is correct regarding APEDA? Agriculture and Processed Food Product Export Development Authority. Rajat sir is saying B, Naren sir is saying B. Shweta is saying C, both A and B. Vaibhavi is saying C, A. APEDA. So first statement is incorrect. Only second statement is correct. Why? APEDA is not a statutory body under the Ministry of Food Processing. APEDA, it is a statutory body under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay. So it is developed as Agriculture and Processed Food Export Development Authority Act 1985 under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Rest, it is used for the certain food products for the purpose of export. Next question. The proper definition of farmer is provided by which of the following? The definition of farmer is provided by which of the following? नीति आयोग ने डेफिनेशन प्रोवाइड की है, नेशनल कमीशन ऑफ फार्मर्स, नाबार्ड एक्ट ऑफ 1981 और मॉडल एग्रीकल्चर प्रोड्यूस मार्केट कमेटी 2003. The proper definition of farmer is provided by which of the following? आराम से बताना. The proper definition of farmer is provided by which of the following? Akash is saying second. Vaibhavi is saying C. Pawan sir is saying B. Navya is saying B. National Commission of Farmers. B. Very good. So the proper definition of farmer is provided by the National Commission of Farmers Act 2007. Right. APMC is correct. Next. According to the National Commission of Farmer, the term farmer will refer to a person actively engaged in the economy and livelihood of growing crops and producing. Okay. So the definition is there in the National Commission of Farmer 2007. Next question. Dash poor are the people who move in and out of poverty on regular basis. Dash poor are the people who move in and out of poverty on a regular basis. जो कभी poverty line में आते हैं, जो कभी poverty line से बाहर हो जाते हैं, उन poor को किस नाम से जाना जाता है? Dash occasionally poor, chronic poor, churning poor, or none of the above. Dash poor are the people who move in and out of poverty on a regular basis. Rajas sir is saying A. Shambhavi is saying A. Jasmeet is saying A. Vasanta कह रहे A. Lipsa is saying A. Nidhi ma'am is saying A. Shweta is saying 2. Twinkle is saying A. Dhaval is saying C. Shoning. Vaibhavi is saying D. None of the above. So, chronic poor are the poor people who move in and out of poverty on the regular basis. So, I will try to cover the types of poor or types of unemployment in small form. In the form of PDF, I will share with you all. Next. The per day calorie estimate of poverty for rural economies is, and the per day calorie estimate for poverty for urban economies is less than how many calories? The per day calorie estimate of poverty for rural economies and for the urban economies. The per day calorie estimate of poverty for rural economies is rural economies के लिए Vasanta is saying B. The per day calorie estimate of poverty for rural economies is A or B. Right. 2400 for the rural economies and 2200 for the urban economies. Less than 2400 economies is for the rural economies calorie intake, and per day 2200 calorie estimate of poverty on the urban economies. Right. For the urban, rural economies 2400 है और urban के लिए 2200 है. Right. What is the status of poverty in India? Recently, a report has been shared. So in June, Pradhan Mantri Economic Advisory Council, chaired by the Vivek Debroy, has released a report on the Indians' official poverty line. So what is the status of poverty in India? So poverty refers to a condition in which people or communities lack the financial resources and essential for a minimum standard of living. In September 22, The World Bank set the international poverty line at $2.15 using 2017 prices. It means that anyone living on less than 2.15 a day is considered to be living in extreme poverty. So it is in 2022, the World Bank $2.15 data has been released. So the poverty estimation in India in 1971, studied by the Dandekar and the Rath Committee, it is the first systematic assessment of poverty in India in 1971. Okay, so it was based on National Sample Survey of 1960-61, right? They argued that poverty line must be derived from the expenditure that was adequate to 2250 calories per day in both rural and urban areas. Then come the 1979, the Alag Committee. So it constructed a poverty line on the basis of the additional requirements. So calories also is there for calories for urban, calories for rural. So the next 1993, it's the Lakadwala Committee. So consumption expenditure is calculated on the calorie consumption as earlier. So state-specific poverty lines was also described in the Lakadwala Committee. So Dandekar Committee and Rath Committee in 1971, first assessment of the poverty in India. Then comes the Alag Committee on the basis of the additional requirement, nutritional requirements. Then the Lakadwala Committee, which describes the CPI, Consumer Price Index, also in industrial workers. They used also. And then in 2005, the Tendulkar Committee that was set up by the Planning Commission. Okay. So next comes the 2012, that is the Rangarajan Committee, which is the former RBI governor to review the country's poverty measurement. But still, the exact data has not been derived. So Rangarajan Committee, we are following the Rangarajan Committee report only, means method only. So Rangarajan Committee defined the poverty line on less than 47 rupees per day in rural urban areas and 32 rupees per day in rural areas. So Rangarajan Committee describes this. Okay. Right. What is the status of inequality in India? So what is inequality? So in India, unequal distribution of income and opportunity between groups and societies, and inequality estimation in India is done with the help of the Gini coefficient, that is also called as Gini coefficient or the Gini ratio. So it is a measure of income inequality, wealth inequality, or consumption inequality within a nation or a social group. If the Gini coefficient stands at 0, then it reflects the perfect equality. If index comes as 1, then it is known as the perfect inequality. Right. Right, Naren sir. Right, Yogesh sir. Might be it may be churning. I will check it once. Okay. So what are the initiatives of the government to alleviate the poverty in India? To various employment related program to alleviate poverty, IRDP, Manrega, National Livelihood Mission or Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. Regarding the food related to alleviate poverty, National Food Security Act 2013, Antyodaya Ann Yojana. Incentives related, Awas Yojana and Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana to alleviate poverty in India. Next question. When was the United Nations World Day Against Trafficking in the Persons annually observed across the globe? So United Nations World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. So the theme is leaving no one behind. World Day Against Trafficking in Persons. I will check Naren sir once and will inform in the Telegram group. No? I will check. When was the United Nations World Day Against Trafficking in Persons observed annually? जल्दी बताओ, ये तो बन जाएगा, ये तो करंट का ही क्वेश्चन है. When was the United Nations World Day Against Trafficking? सी, मैं बोल रही हूँ करंट का क्वेश्चन है. देन ऑल्सो यू पीपल आर सेइंग सी. Right, very good, Yogesh sir. Is 30th of July. World Day Against Trafficking in Persons, annually observed across the globe. 30th of July. Next. Name the portal that has been recently launched by the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare to record vaccinations of all pregnant women and children up to 6 years old under the Universal Immunization Program. In July only, the Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launched one app to record vaccinations of all pregnant women and children up to 6 years under the Universal Immunization Program. Sankalp, Saksham, Uvin, Swati, Samman. What is the name of the app? Uvin. Pallu is saying, Kratika is saying, third, Vasanta is saying, Uvin app. Rajasar is saying third, Mustaq is saying third, Mandeep is saying third. Very good. The answer is Uvin. Okay. So the answer is Uvin. So Ministry of Health and Family Welfare launched the Uvin online vaccine management portal. It maintains an electronic registry of routine immunization. Okay, so the portal covers 12 vaccine preventable diseases under the Universal Immunization Program. Nationally against 11 diseases and internationally Japanese encephalitis is provided also. So जेई के भी जो है क्या लगे हैं बहुत सारे वैक्सीन्स लगे हैं स्कूल्स वगैरह में भी आपने जो है देखा होगा राइट. So in this PDF also I have shared the international organization list. So United Nation की specialized agencies जो हैं those headquarters is in Washington DC like World Bank and IMF. I have provided this also. So why World Bank is called the group? Because World Bank covers 5 institutions in this like the IBRD, IDA, IFC, MEGA and ICSID. So I have covered this in this PDF only. I am be sharing this and United Nations agencies, specialized agencies whose headquarter is in New York. I have shared that also. That is UNICEF, UNFPA, United Nations Women हो गया. United Nations agencies whose headquarter is in Geneva, Switzerland. I have shared that also. That is ILO, International Labour Organization, World Trade Organization हो गया. Then ILO Labour Organization हो गया, WHO World Health Organization हो गया, UNCTAD हो गया, United Nation Conference and ट्रेड एंड डेवलपमेंट और उनकी रिपोर्ट्स भी मैंने इसमें क्या कर दिए शेयर कर दिए कि वो कौन सी रिपोर्ट रिलीज करते हैं बिकॉज रिपोर्ट्स आर ऑल्सो वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. फर्स्टली देयर एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ईयर इज नॉट दैट मच इम्पॉर्टेंट. कब एस्टेब्लिश हुए थे देयर एस्टेब्लिशमेंट ईयर इज नॉट दैट मच इम्पॉर्टेंट. ठीक है ना. तो ये सब मैंने इसमें शेयर कर दिया. इस पीडीएफ में शेयर कर दूंगी. जेनेवा में जिन जिनका हेडक्वार्टर है रेस्ट आई हैव प्रोवाइडेड दी मेन important international organization list. So you can find their headquarter like ICRC, International Committee on Red Cross, जिसे 3 बार नोबेल पीस पुरस्कार मिला है. ITU, इंटरनेशनल टेलीकम्युनिकेशन यूनियन, यूनाइटेड नेशन ऑफिस ऑन ड्रग्स एंड क्राइम हो गया. वन इज ओपेक, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन फॉर पेट्रोलियम एक्सपोर्टिंग कंट्रीज हो गया. इंटरनेशनल एटॉमिक एनर्जी एजेंसी हो गया. ठीक है. तो इनके हेडक्वार्टर्स जो है वो सिर्फ फाइंड आउट कर लेना. यूनिप, एनवायरमेंट प्रोग्राम, मेरीटाइम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, एमनेस्टी, इंटरपोल, वाडा, टूरिज्म, EU, AU, OECD, नाटो, आसियान. ठीक. और एक और बात चार जो हैं क्या है इंटरनेशनल बैंक्स, उनके हेडक्वार्टर्स और प्लीज उनके हेड्स एक जगह लिख लेना. कौन कौन से? एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक, न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक, एशियन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक एंड यूरोपियन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक. तो ये 4 इंटरनेशनल बैंक्स हैं. तो इनके हेडक्वार्टर्स को प्लीज इनके हेडक्वार्टर्स और इनके हेड्स मतलब इनके जो प्रेसिडेंट है उन्हें एक जगह लिख लेना. एशियन डेवलपमेंट बैंक के, न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक के, एशियन इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक के और EIB दैट इज यूरोपियन इन्वेस्टमेंट बैंक. Because it will be helpful in this examination and your future examinations also. Rest, I have also shared here the regional organization like SARC. Okay, their objectives, BIMSTEC, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation. I will also share the important summits also in the PDF form. Okay, next the ASEAN. Where is the headquarter of ASEAN? How many member countries are there in Association of Southeast Asian Nations? Shanghai Cooperation Organization, SCO. हाँ अभी कर दूंगी. ठीक शांभवी, वेलकम है. सिलेक्शन हो जाना चाहिए. दैट इज इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर मी एंड फॉर यू ऑल्सो. नेक्स्ट वन इज ब्रिक्स. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, their founding members, and the key milestones regarding the NDB, that is New Development Bank में क्या क्या हुआ. ठीक है, तो दिस आई हैव कवर्ड फ्रॉम दी एडीबी वेब एनडीबी वेबसाइट ओनली. न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक में क्या क्या हुआ, तो सीक्वेंस वाइज न्यू डेवलपमेंट बैंक में क्या क्या हुआ. ठीक है, तो ये इनका ऑर्डर पूरा जो है ये इनकी वेबसाइट पे हैव ऑलरेडी बीन मेंशन्ड, सो आई हैव टेकन दिस फ्रॉम देयर वेबसाइट. रेस्ट G7, G20 countries, EU, Commonwealth of Nations, World Economic Forum, IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, that releases the Red Data Book or Red List, Interpol, OECD, OPEC, इनके headquarters G7, G20 countries में कौन कौन शामिल है, इंडिया है कि नहीं. एटलीस्ट G7 एंड G20 countries के नेम जो है वो याद होने ही चाहिए. थैंक यू सो मच वसंता. थैंक यू सो मच धवल. If the time will be more, then we will cover the basic part also of the agriculture and rural development. मतलब basic concepts जो थे ना वो भी हम शायद cover कर सकते थे, but the time is very less. So with the help of questions we can only cover. So अगर time ज़्यादा होता तो proper कैसे poverty line को कैसे करते हैं, calculate कैसे करते हैं, मतलब proper पूरा जो है हम कर सकते थे, लेकिन 6 days में it is impossible to cover all these ना. सो आज के सेशन को यहीं पे एंड करेंगे. थैंक यू वेरी मच टू ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर योर एफर्ट्स. ठीक, तो आप में से बहुत सारे वर्किंग भी होंगे जो हमारे साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, तो उनको क्लासेस अटेंड करना, देन वर्क करना. सो द ओनली मोटिव इज टू शेयर विथ यू ऑल. नॉलेज शेयर करना नहीं था, ठीक है. जो नॉलेज है वो तो शायद मुझसे ज्यादा आपके पास होगा. जो लोग एग्रीकल्चर फील्ड से होंगे तो उनके पास मुझसे ज्यादा नॉलेज होगा. सिर्फ ये बताना कि कौन कौन सी चीजें इंपॉर्टेंट है हमारे एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू के लिए. आपको जो है अपना कॉन्फिडेंस बिल्टअप करना है. थोड़े बहुत क्वेश्चंस बनते हैं तो क्या होता है, हमारा कॉन्फिडेंस भी बिल्टअप करता है. इट वाज अ वेरी नाइस एक्सपीरियंस विथ यू ऑल. आप लोग भी बहुत मेहनत करते हो, ऐसे नहीं है कि आप लोग मेहनत नहीं करते हो, पूरी कोशिश करते हो. ठीक है, तो इतने सारे पीडीएफ शेयर हो रहे हैं अलग अलग सब्जेक्ट्स के, उन्हें पढ़ना, फिर उसके बाद जो है यहाँ पे अटेंड करना क्लासेस मॉर्निंग से लेकर आफ्टरनून तक. सो वो भी एक बहुत बड़ा कमेंडेबल एफर्ट रहता है आपकी तरफ से भी. सो आई होप कि ये सेशंस जो हैं आपके लिए हेल्पफुल रहे होंगे, थोड़े बहुत हेल्पफुल रहे होंगे. आपको जो है थोड़ी बहुत चीजें पता चली होंगी कि हमें कहाँ कहाँ से पढ़ना है. मेरी बेस्ट विशेस है आप सबके साथ. माई बेस्ट विशेस इज ऑल विथ यू कि आपका सिलेक्शन हो जाए, नाबार्ड में ही हो जाए. और अगर नहीं भी हुआ तो फ्यूचर एग्जामिनेशन के लिए भी जो है आपको चीजें हेल्पफुल रहें. यू कैन कनेक्ट विथ महिंद्रास, यू कैन कनेक्ट विथ मी, यू कैन कनेक्ट विथ अदर फैकल्टीज जो आपको इस समय क्या कर रही हैं, आपको पढ़ा रही हैं, इस समय अपने नॉलेज शेयर कर रही हैं. देखो कोई किसी को पढ़ा नहीं सकता, सबके पास अपना अपना नॉलेज होता है. तो बस नॉलेज शेयर करना ही ये क्या है, एक प्लेटफॉर्म है. सो ऑनलाइन क्लासेस अटेंड करना भी अपने आप में एक चैलेंजिंग टास्क होता है. आपके लिए भी चैलेंजिंग रहता है, मेरे लिए भी. हम 1-to-1 इंटरेक्शन नहीं कर पाते. शायद 1-to-1 इंटरेक्शन करने से ऑफलाइन क्लासेस में ज्यादा जो है ऐसा कहते हैं कि ज्यादा वो हेल्पफुल रहता है, कि मेरे हिसाब से ऑनलाइन प्लेटफॉर्म भी बहुत अच्छा है, बहुत बढ़िया है, जिससे आप कनेक्ट हो सकते हो. तो यू कैन कनेक्ट विथ मी इन द टेलीग्राम. आप पर्सनली भी पिंग कर सकते हो. इसके अलावा मेरा अलग से भी टेलीग्राम चैनल है, दैट इज चांदनी महिंद्रा सिलेक्शन विद चांदनी के नाम से. तो यू कैन ज्वाइन विद दैट ऑल्सो. सो आई विल शेयर द लिंक इन दिस कमेंट सेक्शन ओनली. तो यहाँ से भी आप कर सकते हो. मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि आज रात तक, बाय टुडेज नाइट और टुमारो, सो टुमारो इज 29. सो मैं कोशिश करूंगी कि जितनी पीडीएफ्स आई कैन शेयर दी इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट्स. लाइक मेरा पहला टारगेट है कि मैं कंप्लीट कर लूँ नाबार्ड की फाइनेंशियल रिपोर्ट, बिकॉज दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर यू ऑल. सो ऑल द बेस्ट फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन. डू योर बेस्ट. अपना जितना बेस्ट कर सकोगे अपना बेस्ट करना. ठीक है, डू योर बेस्ट सो दैट यू कैन गेट सिलेक्टेड. और बहुत ज्यादा पेपर टफ नहीं आएगा, बस ये रहेगा कि सीट्स कम होने की वजह से कंपटीशन हाई रहेगा. सेम विद द आरबीआई ऑल्सो, बट यू कैन कंटिन्यू विद द आईबीपीएस. अगर नहीं भी होता, उतना नहीं है, अभी उतनी पढ़ाई नहीं की है, तो फ्यूचर एग्जामिनेशन के लिए अपने आप को प्रिपेयर करके रखो. फॉर बैंकिंग एग्जामिनेशन, फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग, for the regulatory bodies, I can say 7 to 8 months effort is important. But for normal banking examination,